What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm on the run, getting things done. Out here, it's cool, but not too shabby, so nothing's gonna stop. Who knows, I might even do a few steps outside. But let's get into the topic, man. Stephen A. Smith. Love him, hate him, indifferent about him. You know, Stephen A. Smith he's one of those guys that he's got a lot of opinions, and I don't agree with him very often. Certainly not with politics. I mean, a lot of times I don't agree with him with sports. You know, the dude is very, very confident in what he's saying, and he be wrong a lot of times. And not only do he be wrong, he be real stubborn about admitting when he wrong. Dude be dead ass wrong, and he will still keep trying to argue you down. He one of them ones. I can't deal with people like that, man, because you know, I was always told that part of being a man is admitting when you're wrong, and so I can't relate to a dude that's dead ass wrong and he gonna still keep trying to argue you down regardless. Can't do it. But lately, he's been all over me. He's been doing a lot of talking about politics. I think he kind of wants to be known for being more about, I guess, pop culture and not just about sports, which I think that's a good move for him because sports keeps him in a box, right or wrong. You know, as far as his opinions goes, sports alone keeps him in a box. But if he's more of a pop culture commentator, he gets a lot more room. People are gonna feature him in a lot of different spaces to get his perspective, because he's a great talker. He communicates very effectively, and one thing, your show's not gonna be boring if you have him on there. So I think this move is really good for him. But he's been leaning into politics a whole lot lately, especially post-election. And this tour he's been doing, basically going to all of the leftist spots and blowing them up with this red pill dose of reality about why the election went the way that it did and why the Democrats won't win another one unless they pull their head out of their ass and start doing some things differently. Guy is not wrong on that. I mean, it's funny seeing Stephen A. Smith have this awakening, because in a lot of ways it just reminds me of myself when I had this awakening, when I realized that the left, they were not making decisions that were in my interest. All of the things that they were doing, they were making my life worse. And I'm just like, who are you guys serving? Like, really, who are you guys serving? I mean, I know you put this very small subgroup of people as a priority. I mean, you're doing all of the things that they want. You're listening to everything that they say, regardless of how small of a group they are and how absurd some of their requests are. You're making sure to prioritize doing what they want, but other than them, I mean, you're not really serving anybody. So Stephen A. Smith was asked about why Donald Trump was elected, and his perspective on it, it's an eye-opener if you're one of them, because they all seem pretty flabbergasted when he starts spitting them facts. He points out that even though Donald Trump was convicted on like 34 felony counts or something like that, and was impeached twice, he still, to the American people, looked more normal and preferable than what the option was over on the left. I mean, he's not wrong. As I said, it just reminds me of when I had this awakening. I really felt like my eyes were open, like I had been blinded and my eyes had been open for the first time. Stephen A. Smith, a lot of the stuff that he was saying, though, before this, it doesn't completely surprise me that he's having these political takes the way that he's having them, because before the election, things that he was saying about Donald Trump and favorably about Donald Trump and unfavorably about Kamala Harris, it seemed like he was a Republican anyway. It seemed like he was very much a conservative, but he still, I'm not voting for Trump, I'm voting for Kamala, yada, yada, yada. And it was confusing because I remember, and I can't remember everything he said, but I do remember this. He has said one thing about the election and voting for Trump and not voting for Kamala. That was like the best Trump ad I had seen someone from the left ever make. And he ended it by saying that he was still voting for Kamala. And I just couldn't understand why he would do that, other than the fact that he's buddies with a lot of different athletes and stuff. And the NBA, let's just be for real here, the NBA is very liberal organization. The NFL, not quite as much, but the NBA, very liberal. And it seemed like he was being afraid of essentially being ostracized by those people for supporting Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris. So he was saying stuff that he knew wasn't really true, wasn't really in his best interest, and trying to convince other people to still vote for Kamala Harris when he knew that that wasn't in the best interest of most people, especially the other wealthy people in his circles. Skip forward to now, and I mean, he's pretty much said that he regrets voting for Kamala Harris. Well, I don't know why you regret that, because she didn't win. Had she won, I can see that, but you voting for Kamala Harris largely was inconsequential because she didn't win. She wasn't going to win. She had no chance of winning. But now it seems like those same people that he was trying to appease and stay in favor with, some switch has flipped to where he doesn't seem to care as much. There was a discussion being had because he was on a show. I think it was Bill Maher. I think it was Bill Maher. And he was there talking with another politician from LA, and he was saying about people being deported getting due process. And Stephen A. Smith blew that up, saying, basically, this is why you guys lost. Nobody is trying to hear that. Because if you're over here already illegally, you've already committed a felony. By you coming over here, that's already a felony. And then you have the nerve to commit a crime while you're over here illegally. Nobody wants to hear due process. Get them on up out of here. And he did mention the fact that voters are tired of things taking so long. These processes are too long. You arrest somebody and then you just let them right back out. You got police out there risking their lives to lock up people, and you just let them right back out. That was a reoccurring thing over and over and over. And I seen this one conservative commentator. He mentioned something that I thought was very interesting about that whole due process thing. He said if you have a restraining order against you, and then you go over there to their house and you pop their tire on their car, they're not even worried about the tire on your car. You're not supposed to be there, so they taking you for that reason alone. The other thing is just gonna get added on top of it, but you about to get what's coming to you simply because you weren't supposed to be there. I thought that was a pretty good metaphor for the whole thing with illegals coming over here. You're over here illegally, and then you commit a crime. That's insane to me. So there we have it. Stephen A. Smith seemingly has turned over a new leaf. Before he was saying conservative things, but still talking about he was going to vote left. And now he's saying conservative things, doubling and tripling down on those things, making a tour on all of the leftist platforms, and now essentially saying that he regrets even voting for Kamala. Man, what a difference a month makes. Because I swear, just 30 days ago, he was still saying that same stuff. So what a difference a month makes. But let me know what you guys think. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.